I hear my daughter screaming, "Mom, hurry up and look." I turn around, and my wedding dress is floating in the air behind me.
Scary stories about supernatural and mystical phenomena tickle our nerves, scare us with their reality, and make us mildly uneasy. Especially when you begin to realize that too many people around us have seen something that defies rational explanation.
I will not bore you with the details of how we got the bad apartment. I will only say that we got it with all the furniture and belongings of the previous tenants. Trouble began as soon as we moved in. And they were all not mystical, but of the usual domestic nature. The pipes constantly burst, the food burned, even though I put it on the slowest fire. But if I distracted myself for a second, the flame would already be blazing under the frying pan. It was as if someone turned the knob on the burner to full. We didn't pay much attention to this kind of trouble, but the last creepy incident made us reconsider our relationship to mysticism. My daughter and I were taking apart an old oak cabinet with carved doors. All the things of previous tenants had been left on the floor. Wanted to disassemble them later, some to give to neighbors, the rest to throw out, since I did not want to keep them. As soon as I moved in, I had a desire to quickly get rid of things from the old owners. Because I did not feel in his house, it seemed as if the guests, or even uninvited, strangers. It so happened that we threw my stuff out of the boxes on the couch. And I started wiping the dust off the windowsill. I remember that my daughter was in a good mood and was singing. Suddenly she stops singing. I hear my daughter screaming, "Mama, hurry up and look." I turn around, and my wedding dress is floating in the air behind me. Just like that, hanging in the middle of the room. And not on a hanger, as before, but as if someone invisible is standing in it, because the sleeves are folded as if a man crossed his arms on his chest. If my imagination complete the picture, it turns out as if standing in front of me invisible man crossed his arms across his chest and looking at me. Only the creepiness of the situation is that there is no man in a dress. And all the signs of levitation were there. My daughter and I were speechless. We look at such wildness, afraid to move. It must have lasted 3 minutes. Then the dress unfolded and began to leave the room. And my daughter and I, as she later claimed, could clearly hear the clatter of heels. As the dress disappeared into the hallway, it was as if I was paralyzed. I rushed after, because I cannot allow my wedding dress to some evil spirit. But I didn't have to chase far. The dress was lying on the floor in the hallway. And it turned out that the hem was dirty. I even said everything to the invisible lady. I said, "So you put it on, and put it on, you rascal, but why dirty?" Of course, after this incident, I abandoned the idea of a nursery in the room. Now it's my bedroom with my husband. Weirdness in the house in terms of household failures continues. My husband is already exhausted. But so far, something like the dress has not happened. Although, sometimes at night I think I hear cautious footsteps near the closet. Maybe again rascal comes for the dress. But so far the invisible guest has not opened the closet. Either I have no strength or such abilities.
Thank you for watching and supporting me. Subscribe to the channel, there will be many more interesting things.